Hey, how's it going? So, welcome to video number 2. What you're watching right now is the basically the evolution of a concept explained. What's the concept? Well, it's basically to move forward in life, like whatever your goals are, whatever you want to do in life, uh, how to move forward despite different fears or uncertainties and stuff that hold you back, or whatever your excuse is. So for me, it's like I never really want to make a video ever unless it's going to be perfect. But sometimes you just got to start, and that's what the whole video number 1 was about. Is just me just on impulse, just making a video. I'm going to upload it, and it's going to be what it's going to be, right? You got to start somewhere, and you got to start, bad before you can, eventually get good at something, right? So that's what the whole point was of video number 1. In order to move forward, is just to start right where you are. In video number 1, I covered, the concept of ready, aim, fire. So just go over real quick what the basic whole point was. Is just basically to start before you're ready, right? I mean, instead before you get ready and you aim and you fire, just fire, right? Take a shot, get out there and do something, and then you can see where your shot landed, and you can make corrections, and then eventually, I mean, you're going to get ready to be able to actually do it properly. And the whole mouse thing is basically like like a mouse running on a wheel is analogous for us just spinning our thoughts and thinking about doing something, but we're not actually doing anything. If we're to take tractions, that's got to drop down to your feet, so you're actually like in the process of doing something, right? You're going somewhere with it. So what I did is I watched the first video and I realized it's too long. I want short videos, like 2 or 3 minutes, to be able to sum it up. That's going to take some work from me because it's going to take some work to shorten stuff for sure. So I just want to get to the essentials and help you walk away with something. So this video is going to be basically just to get the concept of, in order to move forward and progress, you just got to take action and start with where you are, regardless of being good already, and to bypass that fear, the terror barrier that Bob Proctor talks about, right? Just do it, even though you don't feel comfortable doing it, right? So the first video I did, it's the good part of it is that it got me to step outside my comfort zone. And this video here, it allows me to watch the first video and reflect on where I could do better, and to add some things that I missed in the first one, and to further explain how to progress towards your goal. So first off, you just got to take action, and be okay with it being bad action, right? And then you can look back and analyze, how you did, and look for corrections, right? So this video here, I just want to add in, Les Brown is one that quotes, first, he says, Les Brown says, you don't have to be great to be started, but you got to start to be great. So that really kind of sums up the first video. And then I was thinking about like some quotes and stuff from one of the books. First of all, I was thinking this from The Alchemist. I think there's a poem perhaps at the beginning of that. And then I was thinking, no, I think it was from, that was from Paulo Coelho. And then The Messiah from Richard Bach, who wrote that. He had a story with these crayfish. They're going down the stream. A short story, a little analogy thing before the story started. And I was thinking about that. But then I was thinking, actually, I think it's from the book As You Think from James Allen. So let me know in the comments if that's what it is. But basically, it says that in a book, maybe in the Eastern tradition or something like that they start off with a poem at the beginning of the book. And if you can understand the poem, that's 2 or 3 pages long or something, and you get the point that it's making, then you don't need to read the rest of the book because you understand what it's saying. So hopefully in my lessons, I can just sum everything up in the first, sentence of telling them what the whole video is about, and you get it, and you don't have to watch the rest of the video. So that's, just want to throw that out there. That's what my objective is, right? Make really short videos that are within like a minute or two, and then have like just YouTube shorts, right, with you learning something, right? So for this video, I realized that I needed to shorten it, make it better, and then yeah, just wow, like I guess I'm reiterating that you can do something badly before you do it good, because I'm just acting on this, right? I'm just taking action. Like I don't know if it's from Napoleon Hill or one of these other authors that I read, but they were saying like if you don't act on an idea, right when you get it, the idea is going to die, and the motivation to do the act on the idea is going to die, and you're not going to do it. You're not gonna. So just act on stuff, right? There's a lot of stuff written about impulse control and stuff, but there is a valid point for taking action when that where it's towards your goal, when you should take action when you're just being held back by fear or resistance or something like that. So this is my second video. I guess the whole point of this second video is to say that you will get better at doing something if you just keep doing it, but you got to start, right? You got to start with where you are. That's what the first video is about. And then the second one is that once you started, now you got something to work with, and now you can make it better. There was a parable or something talking about there's two groups, and they're making bowls, and one group was given all year just to make the perfect bowl, and the other group was just assigned to make as many bowls as they possibly could, over and over again, right? And the group that made as many bowls as they could versus the one that just tried to perfect the one, the group that made the most bowls in the end were the ones that were able to make the best bowl out of the two groups. And that's probably because you keep learning stuff after you keep, repeating things and trying to do it better and stuff. You keep taking away something from each time you do something, right? You might do something wrong, which allows you to notice what was wrong and make the correction and make it better, right? Or you could do something good, and that allows you to reiterate or emphasize to yourself what you're doing good. Sometimes people go and watch speakers, and they watch like an unpolished speaker versus like one that's been speaking for a bunch of years. And I feel like I get a lot out of that, because we can learn what not to do just as much as we can learn what to do, and from which, still walk away with learning something, right? And then also by watching a speaker that's not as polished as somebody else that's been doing it years, is like when I watch that, I really feel more motivated, more confident that, I could get up and do that, because if they can do it, I could do it, right? And there's that, because if I watch a really polished speaker that, has been doing this for a lot of years, sometimes I can't identify with that, right? Because I'm not at that level. So I hope you get out of this one that the video number one was all about just get started, regardless if you're ready or not. And first, sometimes you gotta do things badly before you can do things better. And this video number two is to take a look at what, how you're doing, because you already got started, you got something to work with now. And just like writing a paper or something like that, you can make adjustments, and almost like editing kind of thing, go over what you wrote, maybe take out some things, add some other things that come to your mind. And making a video is kind of like the same thing, right? We just gotta start, put it out there, maybe get feedback from comments and stuff like that. What you guys get out of it? What could be added to it? And then we can all work together, right? Because we get like a community of people. We can make things better. And then what I'm gonna do, it's gonna be exciting, is I'm gonna share with you kind of my overall objective of what I'm trying to do. Is like, you got all these books with a whole bunch of information in it. I just want to kind of draw out all the information, kind of like a person sifting for gold, from all the dirt and stuff like that, and then put all the nuggets, gold nuggets, the applicable information and practical application and stuff, all just together in one book that's easy to memorize and organize and stuff. And that's my biggest. That's really my biggest challenge, is remembering things and organization. So it's kind of like the perfect thing for me to really tackle, because I know if I can master that and do really well at that, then I know anybody can, right? Because it's like the Bionic Man. They took everything where he was kind of destroyed, and they rebuilt him stronger. It's like a cavity. They put in something like to make it stronger. You break your arm, when it grows back, it's stronger. You take all your things that could be seen as your weakness, and that's what you work on. It becomes your strength, right? Because I'm much more motivated and focused on organizing information, remembering information, because it's a value for me. Like DeMartini will say, like, because it's a lack, right? And I value it, and I want to make the most of that, right? So I'm going to show you how, what I've done with that, and how you can implement that too, and now there can be an app for that, and the information can be put into a book where it's just in a format that's memorable, right? It's gonna be like a mind map kind of thing, but not in the traditional mind map way, right? I've been thinking about this since I was a kid. But anyways, I'll get into that later. The last few minutes or me rambling on has just kind of been extra over and above. I just kind of want to share, but I'm gonna talk more about that later on in videos coming up. So I hope that's interesting to everybody, and I hope you guys are excited to see what's coming up in the future videos.